Pentagon's documents on UFOs are being released very soon. If they have been hiding this from us for years, then don't you wonder what else they've been hiding from us? Well, today I'm going to try and expose some of the secrets that they've been hiding over the years. So stick around, it's going to be a juicy video. Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, but before I begin, make sure you hit that like button and you comment something down below. Now let's get on with the video. Starting off this countdown, we have the secret program. So apparently the Pentagon has a new top secret program designated to investigate UFOs. Back in 2012, they made an announcement saying they were shutting down this program. But it looks like they have brought it back alive and just renamed it. But Pentagon officials won't discuss the program at all. I mean, duh, that's why it's a secret, that's why it's on this list. Some people believe it's because they have made some shocking discoveries and don't want other countries to find out. Also, rumor has it that this program is researching to see if other countries have any aviation technology that could threaten them. I wish I had more information on this secret program and what it's about, but alas, all we know is that the Pentagon is up to something with its UFO research. Coming in at number 9, we have the laser identification system. So we have phones that can be unlocked with our thumbprint or our Face ID. Well, guess what the Pentagon uses to identify people? Their heartbeats. Let me explain. So they have lasers that can identify people entering their building by detecting their heartbeat. The laser can zap you from a distance and read the person's heartbeat. Apparently everyone has a different and unique heartbeat. This is based on the size and shape of your heart and valves, etc. It won't change unless you suffer from a heart attack or another cardiac event. So for a while the Pentagon was using this system to identify its visitors. I'm not sure if they still use this, but I think it flopped and they went back to fingerprint scans. Moving on to number 8, we have the UFO reports. Like I said before, the Pentagon's reports on UFOs are being released very soon. Back in 2012, the Pentagon was told they had 6 months to hand over all the reports on everything they know about UFOs. The time is near, folks. They already released footage of what they confirmed is a UFO. It was captured on camera by 2 naval aviators who were shocked at what they saw. So in this case, it could be that one of the Pentagon's biggest secrets is UFOs. People think the report is either going to give us insight on extraterrestrials or UFOs, or it's going to discuss whether the UFOs are actually warships or drones from other countries spying on us. Who knows? Well, we will know, just not now, shortly though. Moving on to number 7, we have the secret bunker. Theory goes that the Pentagon contains a secret underground bunker. This was created in case of a nuclear attack or global tragedy. Think of it as a massive doomsday shelter for officials to hide out in. Rumor also has it that the bunker contains secret manuals that talk about how to rebuild society in case a downfall does happen. And you know, our entire species is wiped out. Well, when new humans or human-type creatures inhabit Earth again, this will act as a guide for them. This one hasn't been confirmed though, because duh, why would they confirm a secret? It's a secret for a reason. And at number 6 we have the foreign language. So Reddit user Flying Hot Pocket posted an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. He worked in the Pentagon as a tour guide for 16 months, and so he was answering back all the heavy questions people had. One of the Reddit users talked about how he went on a tour at the Pentagon, and the tour was terminated immediately when someone spoke in a foreign language. They were asking what the deal with that was and if it's a rule. And surprisingly, it's a real rule. So tour guides are told that if people on the tour are speaking in another language, then they have to cancel the tour. Why? Well, the OP, Flying Hot Pocket, claims that this is a huge safety concern. They have to make sure that everyone understands what is happening around them at all times. This is especially important in top secret places like the Pentagon. If you can't understand the tour guide, then that's a huge risk. What if there's an emergency? How would they be able to communicate with these individuals? We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the bad cell phone reception. Now, if you do go on a tour of the Pentagon, you may notice that there is terrible to non-existent cell service. Well, it's like that for a reason. In fact, in top secret rooms, there's no cell service at all. This is done for a number of safety reasons. They don't want anything getting leaked or falling into the wrong hands. They also don't want, spies roaming around snooping and then reporting back to someone. There are some areas though that do have cell service, and those places are typically like the tour guides' break areas or areas far away from the classified rooms. Moving on to number 4, we have the privacy policy. So let's continue on with this cell phone talk for another minute. So not only do they have bad cell signal on purpose, but in some areas they prevent phones altogether. Specifically in areas where people are discussing or handling very important classified information. Apparently they had some security concerns in the building, so they implemented this new rule. Phones must be placed in small storage boxes or lockers when entering restricted areas. And don't even try smuggling in a recording device. Their security screening process is very thorough. They can't take any chance. In fact, they are looking at banning cell phones and other devices that can transmit or receive information altogether from the Pentagon. Crazy. In our 3rd spot, we have the disguise. So I read this theory/secret on Reddit, and if it's true, then that is pretty unbelievable. But basically, rumor has it that when you go on tours at the Pentagon, you're not actually in the Pentagon. You're in a place made to look like it's part of the Pentagon. The Pentagon is huge, so big that they created a decoy section just for tours. Maybe if somebody intrudes, then it would confuse them as well. So basically, this decoy section is a series of hallways and rooms that were designed purposely for the tours. So you're not actually in the Pentagon, you're just in a place that's a replica, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. But that way they don't have to worry about people trying to infiltrate the space. There's nothing top secret in that area. That's also why the tour takes them into the Pentagon's War Room, or National Military Command Center like we see in all those action movies. Wouldn't you think they would be against bringing people in there? Well, they're fine with it because they are actually just bringing people into a fake version of that room. In our 2nd spot, we have the audits. Apparently, the Pentagon has never passed an audit. They are never fully able to account for where all their money goes. Recently, the Pentagon failed to properly keep track of $800 million in projects. That's a lot of money. It's concerning when they don't disclose what they're doing with all of it. Makes it seem like they're doing some shady things. Like I said, they have never passed an audit. Clearly, they don't want us to know what they're doing with their money. And in our number 1 spot, we have the pain ray. You better never get in the Pentagon's way because they got some intense weapons under works. For example, let's take a look at the pain ray. Basically, it's an energy weapon that can burn someone's skin with a blast of energy and heat without actually killing them. It works by turning electricity into millimeter wave radio frequency and heat. Apparently, at first it feels like someone is blasting you with a hairdryer, but then in a couple of seconds your skin will feel roasted and you'll writhe in pain. Apparently, no one has been able to resist it yet, and I don't think anyone will be able to. Now, they're also in the works of attaching this weapon somehow to drones, so they can burn people from above as well, which is highly controversial and I'm not going to get into it. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these secrets shocked you the most. Ooh. And now, speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, what if The Conjuring was real? Nathan Henderson commented, need to do what if Blair Witch was real or what if Mothman was real? Well, according to a number of stories, a lot of people have seen the Mothman, so he may be real. Maybe. Yenzerts I'm so sorry, I know I pronounced your name wrong. Commented Slenderman versus Siren Head. Who would win? I don't know. I want to say my boy Siren Head just because he's super tall and he could just use his sirens to like confuse Slenderman. I'm gonna go with Siren. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below. And then the same commenter posted Annabelle versus Chucky, who would win, which is actually a really good question, and I don't know. I want to say Annabelle, just because, like, she can cause car accidents without actually being there. versus Chucky actually has to like come with a knife, you know? Like Annabelle got that supernatural powers. I don't know. I think Annabelle. I'm gonna go with her. But who do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Life's Biggest Questions for more thought-provoking videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and stay curious, YouTube.